Today we're going to be learning about one-point perspective, which is a formula that artists use to create the illusion of depth and space in a work of art. One-point perspective was discovered during the time of the Renaissance. To the left, we have a medieval painting done before the time of the Renaissance, and to the right, we have a painting done during the time of the Renaissance. As you can see in the painting on the left, nothing looks like it's quite the right size. This guy looks too big, the things around him look too small, and nothing looks quite right. As you may remember from sixth grade, the Renaissance was a time of discovery, and one of the areas in which there were many discoveries was in art. If you look at the painting on the right by Raphael, painting during the Renaissance, you will see that the people in the front look very large, and the people in the back look small. The buildings look like they're in the right size compared to everything else, and everything looks just right. But this didn't happen by accident. In the time of the Renaissance, it was discovered that you can create the illusion of space with a formula, and I'm going to illustrate that point right now. If you take a closer look at this Renaissance painting by Raphael, and you look at the lines on the ground, you'll see that they're all coming together at one central point. If I were to take a red line and put it on this line on the ground and extend it out, and if I were to do the same thing with this line on the ground, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, you'll see that all these lines are coming together to one point. We call this point the vanishing point. The vanishing point is where lines that should be parallel, if you were looking at them from above in a bird's eye view, come together and converge into one point from the viewer's perspective. To illustrate this point further, we're going to look at another work of art. This painting is by Richard Estes from 1969 called Subway. Some of you might even think it's so realistic that it looks like a photograph, but it's actually a painting. But once again, it didn't happen by accident. Richard Estes was very aware of the formula of one-point perspective. To illustrate this, if I were to take a line joining all these seats and extend it out, and then another line joining the tops of the seats, and another line joining the advertisements, and another one on the floorboards, and another one on these seats, and these advertisements, and these air conditioning vents above, and these floor lines, you'll see that they all come together into a central point, the vanishing point. In this painting by John Singer Sargent from 1882, it's a little more subtle, but we definitely see one-point perspective, and that's why it looks like it really shows a sense of space and realism. If we were to take a line where the wall meets the ground and extend it out, and do the same thing on the right, and look at this doorway above, and even this crack above the doorway, we'll see that these lines all come together to a vanishing point. So how do we apply this knowledge to our own works of art? You're going to learn that in the demonstrations to come.